doing the right thing, aren't I, Archie?
Well, of course you are.
I don't think Gail ever going to forgive me.
If you don't do this, you'll never forgive yourself.
Audrey Roberts.
Yes.
I believe you want to report a crime.
That's right, yes. An attempted murder. My son-in-law's tried to kill me.
Well, do you think I should wear a tie?
Oh, only if you're going to make a fan belt out of it.
Very funny.
It'll be all right.
I hope so. Be dead handy if I got this job. Could be home in seconds if whatever happened.
You'll get it, no problem.
We'll see. See you later.
I tell you what, with the money we're saving not going overboard on the wedding, could have the house decorated.
What's put that in your head?
I just thought it'd been nice, you know, new start and all that.
So what, are you going to do it?
No, I've not got time, have I? This van here belongs to a decorator. Ask him to give us a quote when he comes in.
Well, you better ask him for references, Kev. We don't want any old cowboy.
Oh, so that's a yes.
Well, there won't be any harm to get a quote, will it? See you later.
See you.
All right, come for the interview.
Oh, best follow me.
Have you seen anybody else?
Couple of blokes, still up for grabs.
Why do you think he'd want you dead?
For my inheritance. Look, when I'm dead, my daughter Gail, his wife, gets a lot.
So is she in on it?
Oh, no, of course not.
Well, does she know he tried to kill you?
Well, I've told her, yes, but... Well, she doesn't quite believe it yet.
Why not?
She loves him, I suppose. But it is hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, that your husband would want to kill your mother.
Don't think my wife would take much convincing.
You think this is a joke?
No.
Are we not to be treated seriously because we're over 60?
I'm taking this very seriously.
Oh, no, you're not. You're not even taking notes.
It's just an informal chat at this stage.
We don't want an informal chat. We want to report an attempted murder.
OK. Just calm down. Look, I'll be taking a statement in a minute.
That fire happened just as Audrey said. And Richard's previous wife, Patricia, she's been on your missing persons list for months.
And you think he killed her?
You fished a body out of the canal back in September. Richard identified her as Patricia. Begged me to cremate her quickly.
He what?
I'm a funeral director. He wanted a rush job.
Yes, and it turned out that the body wasn't Patricia after all.
Check your records. They'll confirm what we're saying. And then maybe you can come back and listen properly to what we're trying to tell you.
Just wait here.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Get your last place to ring, check out your reference.
OK.
Tell you, my business partner used to live in the house of yours.
Don't know, we got it off an agency.
Yeah, said she didn't know you. Oh, yeah, can I speak to John Derbyshire? Yeah, it's about a job reference. Yeah, Tommy Nelson. You're around a bit, haven't you?
Yeah,
How come you ended up in Manchester?
it's as good as anywhere else.
Good job you had a mechanic. You never have got a job on a tourist board. Look, I only want to know if you know him or not, if I can trust him. Oh. All right. Cheers, mate. Just what I need.
Is there a problem?
Ah, I've got to write to him, haven't I? Like I've not got enough paperwork to do. I write to them, they write to me. Take a week at least.
It'll be just some jobs within office, you know what it like.
You're the best qualified out the lads I've seen. Tell you what, there's a car there what needs tuning. You get it running like a dream by dinner time, we can start tomorrow. I'll let the paper chasers catch up with us later.
You're on. Cheers.
Right, let's get down to it, shall we?
Did you check, like I told you?
Patricia Hillman's still missing. And there was a house fire at Mrs. Roberts' address. So, when did you first suspect that your son-in-law was trying to kill you?
Sorry to interrupt. What's up? I was just watching you.
over by the counter, and I just have to say what a pleasure it is.
What is it?
But to have a young man on the premises reading poetry rather than the usual tittle.
Yeah, well, I've got to do an essay on it.
Well, nevertheless, it is something that I'd like to encourage. When it comes to ambience, I do aspire to left bank rather than greasy spoon.
What is it you're reading, Todd?
William Blake.
Songs of innocence and experience, but may I? Do you know it, Ken?
Well, I should do. I taught it long enough.
Ah, yes. Love seeketh not itself to please, nor for itself hath any care.
The clod and the pebble.
Ah, exactly. And which are you, do you think, Ken?
Well, I'd like to think I was the clod.
And would you agree with that, Deirdre?
Oh, I'm baffled. What are they on about, Todd?
Two different views of love, selfish or unselfish.
Clod of clay gets involved in a philosophical debate with a pebble in a brook.
Really?
Yes. The clod of clay says, love seeketh not itself to please, while the cynical pebble says, love seeketh only self to please. Now, which of these descriptions best describes Ken, do you think?
Oh, Ken's a clod, definitely.
I'm very flattered. But actually, the truth is probably somewhere between the two, which is the point of the poem, don't you think, Todd?
Well, I'd just say it was off its head.
Well, a lot of his contemporaries thought he was mad, actually.
Yeah, not just his contemporaries. Look, I'll have to go. I've got work to do.
Look, I'm sorry, I didn't want to disturb your concentration. I'll leave you in peace from now on.
Nah, forget it. I've got to go to the library anyway.
He doesn't seem to be enjoying his Blake.
Oh, it's running like a dream now.
I'm going to judge you that.
Do you want me to come here?
No, it'll only be 10 minutes. You put the kettle on.
Milk and 2 sugars for me.
Huh?
Sounded all right, that did.
Milk and 2 sugars, did you say?
Yeah, cheers.
He's been gone all morning.
Call him.
You know I haven't got a mobile.
From Steph, I meant. He'll hear you. He's only around the corner.
We can't still be there. He said he'd only be half an hour.
Maybe he's got the job.
You don't start work the minute you've finished an interview. He should be home by now.
What's happened?
Is Richard Hillman in?
I'm Richard Hillman. What's going on?
Sorry to turn up like this. I'm DC Dave Brett. This is PC made you.
What's happened?
There's been some serious allegations made against you, Mr. Hillman. I'm going to have to ask you to come with us to the police station.
Is it all right?
Job's yours, mate. Make it official when your references come through.
Oh, brilliant. Cheers. Thanks a lot, man.
Tell you what, take you for a pint. Do a bit of team building.
I'd better not.
Get it while you can.
Oh, come on. Give us a chance to get to know each other.
No, I should be getting home.
Yeah, you should. I'm starting to worry about you.
All right, love. It's my daughter, Katie. This is Kevin and Tyrone.
Hiya.
All right.
Right then, come on. Oh, what time do you want me in tomorrow morning?
8:30.
Right then. See ya. Ta.
Hey, how old do you reckon she is?
Still at school?
Yeah, too young for you, I know. But I'm only 19, don't forget.
Well, I'll tell you what, ask Tommy tomorrow when he comes in. I dare you.
Could hardly get a word out of him today. Not very sociable, is he?
Well, he'd be even less sociable if you start chasing his daughter.
She's in the early stages of dementia. This is all paranoid delusions.
She says it's not dementia at all. But she's not losing her mind. You're messing with it.
Look, ask anyone who knows her. She's been acting like this for months. It's my word against hers.
No, it's not. Because she's got an independent witness who'll back up her story.
So when did this happen?
About dinner time. I didn't know whether to tell you, but I've been dead worried.
No, you did right.
Mum, what's it about?
Look, don't tell David. But you know your Gran's not been well lately.
Yeah.
Well, she's got it into her head that Richard burnt her house down.
Well, what gave her that idea?
She's not well. But she's obviously gone to the police and they've taken her seriously.
Well, you'd think they'd have better things to do.
I know. Look, I'm going to go down there. Will you phone work for me? Tell them I won't be back in today.
Do you have access to a spare set of keys?
Yes.
So you could let yourself into Mrs. Roberts' house any time you liked?
She gave us a spare set when she changed her locks. That was after she started being paranoid, not before.
Where were you on the night of Monday, the 11th of November?
Was that the night of the fire?
That's right.
Well, then I was at home with my wife and children.
And when did you find out there was no battery in the smoke alarm?
When the fire officer told me.
Well, we've got a witness who says you knew before then.
Who?
Never mind who.
You're lying.
Oh, it's not me who's lying. Now, how come you knew there was no battery in that smoke alarm?
Probably it was an educated guess. I knew she had a smoke alarm. It obviously hadn't worked. I knew she was getting very forgetful. Not a great feat of detective work. And if that's the only reason you brought me here, that is a disgrace. And I'm going to sue you for wrongful arrest.
You haven't been arrested.
Harassment, then. That's a crime, isn't it?
Do you remember picking up Mrs. Roberts and taking her to Archie Shuttleworth's funeral parlour? Huh? On the morning of Wednesday the 30th of October?
No, I don't remember the date, but yes, I remember picking her up.
She intended taking her dress to the dry cleaners that morning, but she left it behind.
That's very forgetful, isn't it?
Well, maybe so. But when she got back home, according to her, the dress had disappeared.
Yeah, as I remember, she lost it and it turned up at the dry cleaners.
Yeah, well, she's got a receipt that proves it was taken there on that very morning.
So?
But Mrs. Roberts spent that morning with Mr. Shuttleworth in his funeral parlour.
Oh, it's him, is it? That's your independent witness, Archie Shuttleworth.
They say she couldn't possibly have taken that dress to the dry cleaners.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, I think you took it.
Listen. I got there to pick her up around 10 o'clock. She must have gone to the dry cleaners first thing, come back home and forgotten she'd gone. Because that's the kind of thing she's been doing for the last few months. That's why she's seen her doctor.
Yeah, and the doctor says there's nothing wrong with her.
Well, if that's true, why has she been referred to a specialist?
What kind of specialist?
Oh, she forgot to tell you that, did she? She forgot to mention that she had an appointment with Mr. Spears, the consultant neurologist at the hospital. Must have slipped her mind. Things do, you see.
Well, I'll have that checked out.
Good idea.
OK. Let's talk about your ex-wife, Patricia.
What about her?
How long were you married?
2 years.
Well, long enough for you to get to know what she looks like, then.
That's a joke, is it?
The body you identified.
Listen. They had practically convinced me that that was Patricia before I saw the body. I've never seen a body before. It was very traumatic. I made a mistake, and even the police themselves said it's not unheard of.
Yeah, well, Mr. Shuttleworth tells me you were very keen to get the body cremated as soon as possible.
No. I wanted her to lie in state on the steps of the town hall for a month. What the hell do you expect?
Well, she's been missing for a long time now, hasn't she?
Look, the person who reported her missing, Charlotte Morris, her best friend, lives in Australia. She was expecting a visit from her. What she didn't know was, before she flew out, my wife, Patricia, came to see me. And I told her that her best friend, Charlotte Morris, who she was travelling across the world to live with, had made a pass at me while we were still married. Suddenly, Charlotte was an ex-best friend. Patricia changed her plans. Nobody's seen her since, but there is no mystery to it.
So, you know where she is?
No. She could be in Thailand, or Ireland, or the Highlands of Scotland, for all I know. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. She doesn't want to see me or Charlotte Morris ever again. So why don't you contact her, and she'll confirm what I just told you. Contact Mr. Spears and he'll confirm that Audrey is a patient of his. Contact my wife and she'll tell you that her mother is going loopy and there's no way I could have been anywhere near her house on the night of the fire. Then come back and apologise to me for wasting my time.
Oh, Talv. They wanted me over at pub for me dinner. Boss wanted to buy me a pint.
Be great having you working till close. Just hope that reference doesn't take too long.
I'm more worried about the coppers turning up next door. Neighbours seem the type to attract attention to themselves. So that's all we need, isn't it?
It's probably something to do with that mad granny. Seem respectable enough.
I'm glad you turned up, Mrs. Hillman. Saved me a trip.
Good. I didn't want to cause you any inconvenience. You've only cost me half a day's wages.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To mention the time my husband's lost.
We've got to take allegations like this very seriously, no matter where they come from.
My mother's not in her right mind.
But just sit down, please, yeah? I've only got a couple of questions.
And then can I see my husband?
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
Thank you. Now, the night of the fire.
Richard was with me the whole time. He couldn't have done it.
He couldn't have slipped out without you noticing.
No. Anyway, it was an accident. Ask the fire brigade. My poor mother's a danger to herself. Richard's bent over backwards to help her, and now you do this to him.
Can I have a word? Excuse me a minute. What's up?
Just spoke to Mr. Spear's secretary. Audrey Roberts is on his books for suspected dementia. She's had one appointment with him, which he failed to keep.
What about this Charlotte Morris one in Australia?
She's backed up Hillman as well.
You know, I thought I had a really juicy case here. I'm going to look right at plank over this one, aren't I?
Todd's quite capable of getting to university without me interfering.
It's not interfering, it's offering to help.
He's a bright lad, he doesn't need any help.
Do you need any help, Todd?
Yeah, I'm looking for one that's closest to pure caffeine.
Oh, burning the midnight oil tonight, are you?
Looks like.
Right, well, this is what you need. 2 cans of this to keep Rip Van Winkle awake.
Thanks very much.
Oh, I'm glad to help, Todd. Glad to help. Right, that's £2.98, please, love. Thank you.
Is it the William Blake you're working on?
Yeah, I just can't seem to get into it.
Oh, well, if you ever feel you want to chat over a few things...
I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble, I'd enjoy it.
No, you're all right.
Look, you provide the innocence, I'll provide the experience.
I could maybe show you the first draft of my essay.
Great, I look forward to it.
Right, see you.
Bye, love. Told you.
OK, you win.
And stuff like that is bound to look good in court.
That's not why I did it.
We have to check these things out, so you can appreciate that.
Yeah, I can appreciate it, but if she comes in next week and tells you she's now a Gwyn, don't try and buy an orange off her.
Oh, Rich.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry about this. I can't believe they listened to her.
Well, they probably wouldn't have done, but Archie Shuttleworth backed her up.
He what?
He came in with her.
Archie accused you of trying to kill me, man.
Yeah, it was only when they checked up they realised what a load of old nonsense it all was. Anyway, it's all over now.
Oh, no, it's not. Not by a long way. I mean, Mam's not well. She's got an excuse, but Archie Shuttleworth.
Forget it, girl.
He should know better.
Gail.
She's not staying there any longer. He's making her worse. I'm going to go round there now, bring her home.
So, you home yet?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Oh, good. I brought that decorator I was telling you about. This is Alex.
Oh, hello.
Aye, aye. Oh, you know each other?
Yeah, we met yesterday in the cafe.
She had something in her eye.
I didn't know you were a decorator.
I'm an undercover decorator. I only do interiors. Nice to meet you again.
Yeah, you too.
Well, it's just this room and the front room we want doing.
I wouldn't be able to start until next Monday. Would that be OK?
Well, that would give us a chance to choose some colours.
I've got another job on round the corner that I'll have to crack on with first.
How long will our job take?
I'll be out of here in no time. I'm only up here for a couple of weeks. The firm's based down in Stevenage.
And he's doing it as a foreigner, so it'll be cheap.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Eh? Don't know what he's going to charge yet.
Try and stay calm, Gail. If you get worked up, it'll only work your mum up.
Hello.
Surprised to see him, are you?
Wasn't expecting you, no.
Do you know what you've put us through today?
Let's not argue on the doorstep.
He spent the afternoon in a police station.
We did what we thought we had to do.
He's lost a day's work. I've lost half a day's work. We've had police cars outside the house. Sarah's upset, and for what? A fantasy?
Richard, if you don't go away now, I'm going to call the police.
Don't you think you've wasted enough of their time?
You're not very well, Audrey. We've come to take you home.
I'm sorry. She won't be going with you.
Why are you supporting her in this madness?
I don't think it is madness.
Why are you putting her up like this? Are you after her money, Archie?
Richard's after my money.
Is that it? Is that what you do, Archie? Wheedle your way in with vulnerable old widows?
How dare you? How dare you, Gail? Archie is the only one that supported me, unlike you, my daughter.
I want to support you. I want to look after you.
You should be with your family, Audrey.
Well, you're not my family. You're a killer.
I'm not.
Why do you think they let him go?
Because they're still investigating.
Because he couldn't have done it.
Gail, why do you believe him and you won't believe me?
Because he's not sick.
He is!
Look, I think you two should go.
He's right. This is doing no one any good.
Will you leave us alone for a minute, please? Richard, will you wait in the car?
If that's what you want.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
I'm sorry for shouting.
Me too.
Come home, ma'am.
I haven't got a home. Your husband burnt it down.
Richard was with me the night the house caught fire. That's what I've told the police. That's what they accept. That's what you're gonna have to accept.
Gail, you told the police that?
Yes!
So you're in on it?
Don't be stupid.
You want me dead as well?
Okay. Okay. You stay here forever. I want nothing more to do with you.